Hey guys, so this video is gonna be a short video on the difference between SEO and PPC. PPC is pay per click on Google AdWords. Some of you might be using AdWords Express if you're just kind of, not really having a company handle it for you and not too experienced. Good way to start out, at least test the market. So SEO, Search Engine Optimization versus PPC. Usually what I tell people is if you are looking for a long-term strategy, SEO is the way to go. If you need some quick immediate results, need immediate exposure, and you have the cash to burn, then you can go ahead with PPC. Ideally, you want to connect multiple types of marketing, so SEO, PPC, social media. We'll go into social media in another video. But you definitely want to combine both types of marketing. So let's go over the pros and cons of both SEO and PPC, and based on that, we can kind of figure out what's good for what type of company, right? So with SEO, right, versus PPC, a good reason to go into SEO might be if the industry that you're in. Oh, you guys can't see this. If the industry that you're in is very competitive, like the legal field, for example, every time you do PPC and someone clicks on your website, and you're marketing for criminal defense attorney or DUI attorney, every time someone clicks on your website, you're paying almost $150 to $250 a click, depending on where you are, right? So let's keep it simple. Let's say you're paying $100 a click. Every time someone clicks on your website for criminal defense attorney in Dallas, right? Average conversion rate on the internet across industries is about 2%. If someone needs you in some more emergency cases, you can go up to 20, 30%. But let's say you put $100 into it, right? And 100 people click on it, right? You're at what? You're at 10 grand, right? You have a conversion rate of 2%. That comes out to how many people came onto your site for $10,000? You got 100 people on the website. Of those 100 people, sorry, 0.02, right? Let's say you close 2%. Now, if you're a DUI attorney, right, and you're getting 10K a pop, it's not bad. You put 10K into it, you got 10K back. If you're a personal injury attorney, right, you do it for 2-3 months, you put about 30 grand into it. If you close one case that's paying out $300,000-$400,000, it's not bad. But to do PPC, you need to have a large budget. It takes a month or two to optimize the right way, but you get traffic coming in immediately. So the upside of PPC, right? The pros of PPC, pros and cons. The pro of PPC is you get quick exposure, and that's about it. That's about the only pro I can think of. The downside of it, right, is it can be very costly. Very costly and expensive. It may not work, right? It may not work. And speaking of may not work, we found another pro of PPC. Whether something works or not, you can test it with PPC, right? So this could be a great way to test your idea, your product, your website. If you do PPC and it's not working, that means SEO might not work as well. What you don't want to do is invest 10 months into SEO and then get rankings, get traffic, and find out it's not working. When you could have done this first to test the market, found out what works, and then apply SEO to it, okay? So pros of this, quick results, you can test it out. The downside, it can be quite costly. Just may not work. Another thing, there's no long-term results. No long-term results. Right? So this means the day you stop paying Google, you stop getting traffic. So you might be putting $10,000 a month into it. You're getting clients coming in, you're making some money off of it, it's profitable. Now, for whatever reason, your team decides we can no longer have a PPC budget of $10,000 a month. Your clients go from 2 or 3 a month down to 0 a month, right? No long-term results. Good for quick exposure. If you're making money, keep it going. Usually what happens is people will start off with PPC, they'll realize how expensive it is, and even if they're making money off of it, they'll start an SEO campaign, because here's how SEO is going to come in handy. When you rank on the first page of Google for all of your law terms or home improvement terms, instead of paying $100 every time someone clicks on it, you're getting 100 clicks a month, right? With SEO, you can get 100 clicks a month, and you're paying $0 per click. Your cost per acquisition goes down over time, and that's only because any cost at all is only because you're either paying your staff to do SEO for you, you have an in-house person, or maybe you hire an agency to do it for you. Your SEO costs will remain the same, right? You might pay $1,000 a month for SEO every month, and in the first 6 to 8 months, you may get 0 people coming on your site. After the first year, every month, let's say month number 13, you got 5 people, right? Month number 18, you're getting 10 to 15 people. 2 years into it, you're getting 30 or 40 people, right? Your cost per acquisition goes down, so you may start off paying $1,000 a lead or $1,000 per close on SEO in the first few months, but over the course of years, right? Over the course of a year, 2, 3 years, your cost per acquisition could go down to about, $500, $200, $150. With the last legal law firm I was working with, the average cost per acquisition for a personal injury attorney was right around $150 to $350, which is not bad because depending if you're a personal injury attorney, you close a good case, you only need 1 good case a year, and you're pretty much just you can pay for your marketing for the next 10 years. We had a guy in Indianapolis. He was putting in about $3,000 to $4,000 a month, about $30,000 to $50,000 a year. He was closing 2 to 3 big cases a year, over $2-3 million a piece. You close one of those, his marketing budget is good for the next who knows how many years, right? So with SEO, here's the pros and cons with SEO. The cons is that it takes a long time, right? It takes a long time to do, and you have to constantly keep updating your website. There's a lot of maintenance in it, right? Google has updates. You have to stay up to date with all of the algorithm updates. If you want to make a change or rank for something new, you can't do it immediately. You're going to have to work your way up. You have a lot of competition, and time is working against you, meaning people that have been doing it longer usually have an edge over you because they've been around for a lot longer. Google sees them as a more trusted website. Downside, long time, takes maintenance. The upside though, right? The upside of this is that there's long-term results. Cost per acquisition goes down over time, right? Technically, once you're ranked on the first page, if you stop paying for your SEO services, you're still getting traffic, which means you could be getting free traffic, right? So instead of paying $10K a month to make back $20K, you could be paying $0 a month and making $20K after the initial investment that you put into it, meaning the first 12 months, the first 18 months, however long it was that you put into it. Now, if you do have a good budget, right, in the legal field, we're talking if you have a budget of at least like $20,000 to $60,000, right? You can split this into both. You can do a little bit of PPC to start getting people coming in immediately, and then as you're doing this, you can focus on SEO. So after a year or two, when this picks up, you can turn this off, and now you're just getting a lot of traffic coming in. So that's the difference between SEO and PPC. PPC is good if you want quick results, you have a lot of cash, you want to test things out. It can be kind of costly, it may not work, and there's no really long-term results. SEO, great for long-term planning. Your cost per acquisition goes down the longer you do it. You're technically almost getting free traffic, really, if you're doing it yourself, right? Downside, it just takes a long time. There's a lot of updates and maintenance you have to keep up with, which is why you either get an in-house team, in-house consultant, or you get an agency. There's only so much you can do yourself, and before you realize there's a lot to handle. So I hope this was interesting or helpful for people out there that are new to SEO or PPC or internet marketing. And until the next time, cheers.